There's our system. And there's this gorgeous sunset. Look at that. I had some problems getting these in on the nuts they provide, and actually like 2 or 3 of them broke on my cords here in the middle. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit closer. I don't know if you can even see those. Okay, so you can see everything spaced beautifully up here. Got these ready just to bolt in now. Okay, there's something very frustrating happening. I'm breaking a decent amount of these things. Okay, I wanted to take some time to tell you why we chose the 300-watt panel system from Renogy. Now, we didn't feel we're going to be boondocking and we're going to be out in the middle of nowhere sometimes. We didn't fully feel like we're going to be able to completely sustain ourselves on this, but we also have a DC to DC charger, which is phenomenal for charging up your batteries. And then we also have shore power when we need to, so we can plug into a friend's, somebody else, or just a public place that we has access to shore power, or an RV park or whatever. So we have our platform up here, which we did a video on too, and we wanted just an area in the front that could help us, and 300 watts was ample. So next I'm going to go into installation and how we got here, and some of the things that we learned along the way of not to do as well. Okay, so today I'm looking at doing the solar panel installation, not the whole system, but I got to get these panels into the roof and make sure everything fits with the roof rack that we have in there, and then the platform that we already finished. So this is basically the configuration we're going to have here. 3 of them like that facing the front, and then kind of wire them in a series around, and then have the wiring come all the way back here. And then we're going to be actually putting the wiring up into the housing. I met a van life guy who actually ran the wire into the housing, which then allows you to run it into the van and then around, and then down to wherever you're going to put the rest of your system. But I really like that that styling, and because it didn't make us have to drill into the roof and just create another point where water can get in and leak in. But then the Renogy comes with the 300-watt package that we bought all together from Renogy directly. Comes with the charge controller, a Bluetooth module, and then the wiring and the mounts that we need. We ended up going with a flush mount system that we got from Unaka. So this is the brackets, and they kind of just help you set into the bracket system that we purchased, the 80/20 system, and lay flush in there instead of raised on top. I don't know the difference yet until I get up there and install it, whether this was a necessary one, because the Renogy brackets look similar, a little bit different, but I think they mount differently. So I'm going to check it all out. So I got these all spaced and mounted up there. These are the brackets that I got from Unaka. These are the flush mount system. And actually the hardware came with some better equipment, though I did tell you I had some problems getting these in on the nuts they provide, and actually like 2 or 3 of them broke. So I ended up having to use one of the pieces of hardware, the bolt and nut from the actual Renogy system. Those are going to be my extras now. But I had to use one of those because I broke a lot of these Unakas. I'm not really sure why. They're a heavier duty system, but they just kind of went sideways onto the nut and broke off. So I had put these on the ends. So I have 2 of these panels, this one down there and this one, with them on the ends of the panels. And then this one's going to be my front panel. So I have them mounted, as you see, on the sides of the panel so that it's facing forward there. I'm going to go ahead and get them up and then get them mounted. That's how it looks. So I'm going to get them back up on top and start mounting the first one. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit closer. I don't know if you can even see those. I'm getting a little bit closer. I'm figuring out the spacing exactly. And the thing about these panels actually is that they can slide forward and backward. So you kind of want to make sure that you're spaced correctly for whether it's forward or backward on these angles and areas in here. Okay, there's something very frustrating happening. I'm breaking a decent amount of these things. So as I'm tightening them on this, whatever this kind of nut is called, that has that tightening stuff inside. I don't know whatever it's called. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but every time I've tightened this down now, it'll get stuck, and I have no choice but to wrench it. I try to loosen it and tighten it. Either way, it's stuck until I have to wrench it until it breaks, so I can get it off there. And that's happened now 3 times on 2 panels. So that's a high percentage. I don't know what's going on with it, but that's an FYI. I've tried to do it slow, I've tried to do it fast, I try to keep everything level. Maybe I'm not doing it right, but it's doing this. So not a lot of standing room up here. What I'm gonna go back and do instead is go ahead and just line up these T-nuts in the holes first, so that way, boom, as you can see there, and then boom. Kind of just do that everywhere, so that all I have to do is go around with the washer and the bolt instead of trying to do both at the same time. Just get these lined up first. Make it a little bit easier. Kind of space everything out first. Okay, so you can see everything spaced beautifully up here. Got these ready just to bolt in now. And that was the whole thing I had to work out with this roof rack, is just getting the spacing of all of these, the right distance for this, and then having this in the middle. But now that that's done, we're ready. I got to remember always to preload these into the channels. You got to preload your T-nuts in here, and for each of these. So you know, you need a 2, 4, 6 on each side, 2, 4, 6, 12 total there, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 on that side. Unless you're going to side mount or something different, you know, you put them where you need them. And then I had already preloaded them in the front for this and for the wind fairing. And then I also made sure to leave some extras on the side for eye bolts or whatever we want else to tie things down with on the roof. Cover these in bad weather, or cover our platform too. So everything's coming out nicely up here. Happy about that. We're just going to mount these now. You can also see how I left out all my cords here in the middle to put those all together there. We're going to run these in a series, 1, 2, 3, and then back to the back, run it along. I don't know how I'm going to bring it yet. Maybe run it where they connect in here, then run it all the way down past that. And then I remember I'm going to run it right into the back camera here, this housing for the camera. I saw somebody just drill a hole into here on the side, wherever we're going to do it, maybe in the side, and then that is going to bring it into the underneath, and that's how we're going to run the wiring for the solar in, rather than cut a hole in the ceiling. That was just the way we elected. We're going to try that first. Check out this great roof rack panel, and look at that. Oh, look at that sunset coming in, lighting up the clouds, the sky all around here. It's just gorgeous.